Hello and welcome to Origin IAS. Today we are going to talk about the lessons which we need to take from a very near and dear neighbor Pakistan. आज हमें उन lessons, उन गलतियों से सीखने की जरूरत है जो पाकिस्तान कर रहा है. सबसे पहले बात की जाए ट्रेंड्स की. If you observe the trend, the graph is rising and the number on 28th May is near to 2000 and plus. That is 2000 and increasing. Where other countries are trying to flatten their curve of transmission or corona infected cases, in Pakistan you see a drastic rise. The cases here, as we are observing on the screen, nearly 64,000 plus cases we have observed. On the other hand, another challenge is just 2,636 cases in one day. This is a very big challenge. Highest single day fatalities as well as the death toll is also rising in Pakistan. On the other hand, if we see what are the steps taken by the Pakistani government and the other systems and institutions, is the biggest and the shocking news is on Ramadan, the mosques were opened. And if you open such kind of public places, the possibility of transmission increases, and that is what has actually happened in the case of Pakistan. Government issued standard operation procedures, but as you know, if the procedures are not followed strictly, there's no use of procedures. The standard operating procedures were laid down, but they were easily flouted by the people in the mosque. On the other hand, a lot of children were tested being positive for corona. Mostly the people living in poor communities, there's a possibility of not being able to maintain social distancing, क्योंकि वाजिब सी बात है उनका घर जो है वो छोटा होगा. छोटे घर में ज्यादा लोग हैं तो स्वाभाविक सी बात है कि possibility of social distancing is very scarce. On the other hand, personal cleanliness, sanitation, ये सारे challenges भी आ जाते हैं, because if you have a small area, there's no possibility of cleanliness or social distancing. Big families living in small places, as I discussed, as well as poor hygiene. These are some of the challenges due to which even children in high number, even hundreds of children are being tested positive in corona in Pakistan. On the other hand, no care has been taken. A lot of carelessness has been observed during this festive season of Ramadan. Poor healthcare infrastructure, as we all know, Pakistan suffers with a lot of shortcomings in the infrastructure for health and other amenities like education, and it has one of the high number or percentage of under poverty people, as well as easing of lockdown. In India also, it was discussed earlier in our videos, we have discussed that how in India, when we are going through lockdown 4.0, things are changing, the number of cases are increasing. Similarly, with the easing of lockdown in Pakistan also, the cases are increasing. But here the cases are increasing at a very high number, as we showed in the graph earlier. Now, let's understand the problem. It has been said that most of the countries are trying to undercount the deaths so that they can manage the death toll. On the other hand, a lot of people are not having trust and faith in hospitals, because of which this problem is increasing. Also, there is a stigma attached to this disease nowadays. If you are uh, declaring yourself as positive with corona, such kind of things, you are ostracized from the society, people start running away from you, and such kind of stigmas, even a family member of a corona positive is being stigmatized and he is like ostracized from the society. Such kind of things are also being seen in some of the places where they have less understanding about this disease. So what are the takeaways or key learnings from this particular presentation or discussion of today? First is preventive steps which are being taken, they should be taken in a stricter manner for the people as well as for the health workers. Hygiene is to be maintained, and people need to have awareness about things. If they are not aware enough, there's a possibility that things like stigma attaching, isolation, ostracizing of the family, such things will be a commonplace. As well as balance of economy and lockdown, which is a very big challenge, and we discussed it in our earlier videos also. इस चीज को भी ध्यान देना बहुत जरूरी है, because once you go for balancing economy, you cannot balance the lockdown, or you cannot stay safe, or you cannot maintain distance. So we have to find a way. It is just like walking on a rope, where you have one side you have a well, the other side you have a valley. So balances need to be established. So this was a discussion where we wanted to understand what shortcomings or what loopholes the Pakistani government or the Pakistan regime is following, and what lessons or what takeaways India should take from it. Because there's a possibility that after lockdown 4.0 in India, lockdown 5.0 is coming. And in that 5.0, we will not make the same mistakes which our very near and dear neighbor Pakistan is making.
So on one hand, जब हम बात कर रहे हैं hygiene की, sanitation की, we are also talking about how to prevent things from stigmatizing, people from attaching stigma, maintaining balance of economy and lockdown. पाकिस्तान के वजीर आजम बात करते हैं कि ये बहुत ही ज्यादा बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, ये ग्लोबल स्केल की प्रॉब्लम है, इसमें पूरा वर्ल्ड इन्वॉल्व है. दिस इज अ वर्ल्ड वाइड प्रॉब्लम, अ ग्लोबल प्रॉब्लम, एंड वी नीड अ वर्ल्ड वाइड एफर्ट फॉर इट. बट लेट मी टेल यू that world is made up of countries or nations. So it's important that every nation plays its part so that we can understand the problem on the global scale and we can contain it on global scale. For that, it's important that every nation plays its part. So this was the lecture. This was the discussion on Corona lessons or takeaways from Pakistan. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to share and subscribe. Stay tuned to Origin IAS. Thank you for watching.